Hi, my name's Dan Martland and I'm a freelance lighting cameraman based here in New York City. I've worked in the TV industry now for over 20 years, shooting news, documentaries, sports and corporate videos. I've been using Sackler products for many years and I've been lucky enough to get my hands on the new flowtech100, and I must say it's a real game changer. So I was recently covering the tennis in New York, and that's where the tripod really came into its element. Being able to run from court to court with a lightweight tripod was fantastic. Not really knowing what scenario you're going to walk into. It could be some training shots where I could take the spreader off and get super low, like it's almost like on a hi-hat. And then the next scenario, I could be shooting an interview with a player or a coach. Being able to sort of change the position so quickly of the tripod, it was like having a hi-hat and a regular tripod all in one package. So in my line of work, speed really is key, and I can't have any of my equipment slowing me down. So being able to use the flowtech100 system quickly and efficiently really is an absolute blessing. Having those speed locks on the top of the tripod, making those fine little adjustments and then locking them down even just with one hand, this thing really is a dream to use. One really cool feature I love about the new flowtech100 is that Sackler have now included a carry handle. Yes, it sounds quite bizarre to be excited by a carry handle, but it really does make a big difference when you're carrying tripods around. This thing is made of this really nice rubber material. When you pick the whole tripod up, the whole thing is completely balanced, making it a real pleasure to carry. I shoot with various different cameras depending on the job. This could be anything from a Sony a7S Mark II all the way through to my biggest camera, which is a Sony f5 with the E&G dock and a huge Canon CN7 lens. That's quite a hefty beast. This tripod can carry it all. So another thing I've noticed about the tripod is it's super sturdy. It doesn't matter if you've got the spreader removed and you're super low or you're actually super high. At those extreme levels and you've got a heavy payload, the whole thing seems to be super rigid and doesn't seem to flex like the old system used to do. There's so many great features on the new flowtech100, from the magnets on the bottom of the legs which kind of stick all the legs together when they're actually in the closed position. That's just genius. Around the top there's some 3/8 mounting holes, which is fantastic if you want to mount a monitor, or in my case sometimes I hang my live view so it's off the floor. Just little things like that. They seem to have really listened to the customer and given the operator exactly what they want. So I've really put this tripod through its paces over the last month, and I must say it's really won me over. Having to go back to anything else now would be really quite tricky, so I think I'm going to keep this one.